In what has been the worst week for free speech in some time, and after the last couple of years that's going some, US tech giant PayPal has effectively defunded and attempted to drive out of business the Free Speech Union, an organisation which offers legal support to anyone whose basic rights of expression have been threatened or their livelihood or career affected, plus the Daily Skeptic online newspaper, which simply publishes Office for National Statistics data and other peer-reviewed medical papers from around the world in relation to COVID and climate change. Here's their founder, Toby Young, talking to me on Wednesday when I sat in for the great Mark Stein.
When I called up and said, what's going on? What have I done? Tell me how I've violated your acceptable use policy. Give me an opportunity to correct whatever I've done wrong. No, we don't know exactly what you've done wrong. We're just shutting down your account. No right of appeal, no right to parole. You're just dead to us as far as we're concerned.
That video has since gone viral, and rightly so. Now, they are not the only ones. Others defunded with donations from the public, locked in a PayPal bank account for at least 180 days, are the Law or Fiction organisation, which has helped the public to understand their legal rights in the course of the pandemic and beyond, and Us for Them, a collective of concerned parents who spoke out against school closures, which most people now accept was a colossal mistake. And they questioned the vaccination of healthy children, apparently controversial, even though that was the view of the JCVI, the government's vaccine body. They said, don't vax healthy kids, but Chris Whitty overruled them. On the vaccines point, maybe PayPal should try to defund Denmark. Can you defund a country? After all, they've stopped all vaccinations in Denmark to anyone under 50. You need a serious underlying medical condition and a doctor's note to get the jab. Are they anti-vaxxers in Denmark? You tell me. Now, if we allow this American assault on British free speech from woke brainwashed employees in Silicon Valley, then this will only get worse. The Americans can do what they like and crush free speech on their own shores. When I look at their disastrous president and their continued obsession with COVID, masking toddlers and vaccinating babies, or when I observe their top health chief, who now says you should get jabbed, wait for it, every 2 months, here's the tweet, welcome to hell, then I'm starting to think that America has fallen. But it's not too late to save Britain. The best thing about this country is its liberal values of freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom of action, freedom of thought. But the weaponisation of money by the likes of PayPal is an attempt to destroy that. And what's the moral fig leaf they hide behind? Misinformation. Well, it's become blindingly obvious that whilst there is dangerous misinformation out there, a lot of so-called misinformation is really just shorthand for challenging the prescribed narrative, speaking truth to power, and horror of horrors, quoting actual statistics and data. Alex Berenson, a very talented journalist, was permanently banned by Twitter for simply quoting government statistics about the vaccine. A permanent ban. He sued them in court, he won, and they had to reinstate his account. All he was doing was publishing government data. You know what they say, stand up to bullies. Well, they chose the wrong enemy in that chap, Alex Berenson. They also chose the wrong enemy in Toby Young from the Free Speech Union and Daily Skeptic. They chose the wrong enemy in Molly Kingsley, an ordinary mum who's concerned about her kids and everyone's kids from Us for Them. They chose the wrong enemy in Stephen Jackson, the brilliant lawyer from Law or Fiction. And they've definitely chosen the wrong enemy in the brilliant comedian Jack D, who risked the wrath of his woke comedy buddies by tweeting the following. He wrote, I'm in the process of cancelling my PayPal account. Big tech companies that feel they can bully people for questioning mainstream groupthink don't deserve anyone's business. A genius comedian and a hero to me all over again. If we don't protect freedom of speech in this country, if we don't rob the likes of PayPal from being able to dictate the national conversation here, it doesn't end well. And we've had a taste of this at GBNews, with a few very high-profile public figures in the media who are trying to get GBNews cancelled. Why? Because they want to stitch up the national conversation. They want to control the narrative. They want to tell you what to think, what to say, and what to do. Just remember how establishment media belittled, gaslit, and attacked anybody that didn't want to be locked down and would rather take their chances with the virus, people who wanted to get back to work and provide for their family. And what about those that felt they were healthy and fit enough not to need an experimental vaccine or, God forbid, wearing a mask? Unless we defend people's rights to free expression and debate the issues that affect everyone's daily lives in this country, then we've got no right saying we live in the free world. Free speech is non-negotiable, and we must fight for it. Hit PayPal and other heartless, brainless censors where it hurts. Actions speak louder than words.